guys, welcome back to my channel Alpha Physio Pelvic Care, all things pelvic health. My name is Anastasia Varova. I'm a practicing pelvic floor physiotherapist. I practice here in sunny Cyprus and also online. I would like to talk about a topic that is even more taboo than I see anything else around pelvic floor. Today I would like to touch on the topic of fecal incontinence. So leaking bowel or inability to control your bowel. And that can happen at the various degrees. It can be something minor or it can be something major. Most of the times, fecal incontinence is something that will really keep people out of their social life. When somebody has urine leaks, and I'm not trying to downplay it, it's also very devastating and it's a very hard condition to deal with. There are still ways to kind of manage it and conceal it a little bit better because of the smell and because of the consistency. So there are now absorbable products, there are period pants now, there are better pads, there are better smell absorbing pads, generally better absorbing pads. So people are kind of managing it a little bit better. But when someone comes across fecal incontinence, it's really hard for people to manage because of the smell and because of the consistency. And most of the time, it's also because of the fear. What will happen if I don't have toilet next to me right now in that moment? Or what will happen if I leak and I have to wear this type of clothing and to make sure I'm away from people and I'm having my wet wipes and all of these things people think, and they get so scared and tired of managing the whole thing that they rather just fall out of the whole social aspect of life, and it can be really devastating. So today I would like to show you a few exercises that can help you to improve control of bowels. I'm not presenting it to you as a all cure issue because there can be various reasons why people have this kind of incontinence, starting from musculoskeletal, starting from sphincter injury, and it can be neurological deficit as well. In this specific video, neurological deficit probably will not be that well covered, because if you do have problem with feeling the muscles, it will be more difficult for you to understand. But I have a special video, it's called the pelvic floor activation for multiple sclerosis. And if you do have neurological deficit, and for this reason you are suffering from fecal incontinence and you're looking for some exercises to do, you can try that video. So pelvic floor activation for multiple sclerosis. I will show you a couple of exercises, and if you watch this video until the end, I will also give you a couple of, let's say, hacks, tricks that again might make your life slightly more easier and might help you to manage the whole issue better. Obviously, this is not your medical individual advice, and if you do suffer, please don't suffer in silence. We pelvic floor physios, we deal with rectal incontinence all the time, and that includes also air incontinence. So if you pass gas without controlling it, this can also be addressed with pelvic floor physio. Most of the exercises, well, all of the exercises I will show you today, you probably have seen it 300 million times over on the internet, and also on my channel here as well. However, there will be a little tweaks and little specifications, especially for rectal incontinence, because when talking about rectal incontinence, we're talking specifically about anorectal sphincters. Anorectal sphincters are the ones that are helping us to keep continent, and there's the one, that internal one that we can't control, and there is the external one that we can control. And quite often these two, one of those or these two, are becoming weak or injured, and then we try to focus specifically on the sphincters. Today our focus will be directed literally on your bottom hole. There's no other way to say it in a more scientific way, on your anus, rectum, bottom hole. We're going to focus completely and only there. We're not focusing around our scrotum, around our penis, vagina. No, today all the focus goes onto your bottom hole. And in the end, I will give you a few more tips that might help you. Let's begin. Guys, famous bridges. And in order to focus the famous bridge on our rectum, on our anus, it's not exactly rectum, anus, let's think about where our anus is. We start to do our bridge. We breathe in into our sides. Nice deep breath is very important, so we can squeeze the pelvic floor. We're going to breathe in, breathe out, and we try to draw in anus as much as we can, like we're trying to hold the air that is about to escape. We want to hold the fart, guys. We don't want, imagine you're in public, in a theater, a lot of people, we want to hold that fart. So we breathe out and we hold it to the max. If you have lost it somewhere, don't worry about it. Regain it as much as you can. And what we're going to do, the sphincters, they like contraction, relaxation, and then sustained movement. Because they're quite small, we need to give them a bit more training. And this is also their job, to contract fast and hold whilst we walk to the toilet, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to breathe in, small breath in and small drop. And as we breathe out, think about your anus and you fast pull it in and you let it go. So if this is your anus, yeah, okay? So we relax, we squeeze. We relax, breathe in, we squeeze. And 3, squeeze, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I already know what will be the next question. But I feel my bottom, I feel my vagina or the base of the penis if you are a guy, and I feel my abs. Is this normal? I cannot really feel my anus that much. Yes, it's normal. It is very difficult. I cannot even do it. It's normal not to be able to completely isolate because the anal sphincter sits close with your pelvic floor muscles. And when you do fast contraction, you of course will engage other pelvic floor muscles, and of course you will feel it in the other part of your pelvis. So more in front, and because you are doing the movements up and down here, your glutes are working as well. In fact, glutes are a great helper here when we have rectal incontinence. It's normal to feel anything else here. Yes, it's normal to feel your deep abs contracting. Absolutely. It's fine. You're doing the right thing. Nevertheless, you still keep your focus around your anus. So that was your exercise number 1. Here we do focus anus, relax, anus, relax. I hope that helps. Let's get to the next one. Next exercise, and what you will notice here, I'm starting to take you through the phases. So the first exercise was so-called gravity assisted. Gravity was helping us, we were laying down. And now I'm getting you in a position with a gravity neutral. So gravity is not really assisting us, neither is kind of distracting us yet. Arms and legs parallel, and again, we focus all our attention here on the anus. At this point, I have quite tight actually trouser, but I don't have pelvic floor issue. So for me, it's okay. If you do have pelvic floor issue, I would really highly recommend you to wear a very loose clothes. Because if you have tight clothes, you will struggle to feel that tiny contraction if the clothing is pressing you everywhere else. Loose underwear, really loose trousers, okay, everything loose. So you're going to breathe in here, and same thing apply. We are going to squeeze our anus in and relax and draw it in. You're almost pushing, you're actually pushing yourself forward. Breathe in, and if you place your hand onto your coccyx, yeah, and you breathe out, you will feel the coccyx slightly tipping in. That means you're doing your contraction correctly. As in previous exercise, squeeze. Fast and strong, release. Fast and strong, release. Here, I would suggest you to try what works best for you. Legs together or legs apart. squeeze, squeeze to the max. 9 and squeeze. 10. Okay, and relax. I would suggest to repeat this 3 sets of 10 of fast maximum type of squeezes you possibly can get, and we focus only on anus here. The rest will be kicking in, that's fine, but we keep our focus in the right place. Number 3. This exercise you have seen in my previous videos as well. This is lifting, coming up on the knees, and here we are going against the gravity. So we are progressing, because when we do happen to have accidents, most of the time it happens when we are upright. So we cannot kind of hold it against the gravity. Okay, so knees are slightly wider, and I'm sitting here on my heels, breathing in, focusing around my anus, and I'm going to breathe out, maximum squeeze, release, pushing myself up, release, holding that air. Again, experiment here with the legs. Maybe legs together is better for you. Anus, yeah? Everything else is kicking in, that's right. But we focus here, hold the fart, release, hold it, release, hold it. If you want, I mean, you are doing it for yourself, you can place your hand around where your tailbone ends, the tip, yeah? And squeeze. If you feel the tailbone tipping in, again, like in previous exercise, you are doing it right. Okay, again, you can play around with the range of movement. You can go all the way up and down. If you really struggle to feel it, you can just do small tip, squeeze, small tip, squeeze, small tip, squeeze. And again, you do your 10 reps, 3 sets. You repeat these exercises every single day. Not only for the strength of the muscle, that as well, it's also for your neural system, for your body to get used to pay attention to that body part, and to be able to connect to the nervous system, to be able to contract whenever you need it. So your body and your brain doesn't forget how it is to contract around the anus. Now, little bonuses, what you can do and how you can help yourself if you do suffer from rectal incontinence. First of all, exercising your gluteal muscles. These are the major helpers of the pelvic floor. We do need to exercise our bottom, okay? Simple leg extensions, some squats, whatever feels more comfortable for you. It can be something even laying down on your side so you don't provoke a lot of pelvic floor stress with the gravity. But we need our butt, and we don't need it there just for decoration. Number 2, and I think this is a great advice that I have heard about from other pelvic floor physiotherapists and doctors. If you know that you have problems with the stools, or you are afraid kind of an accident happening, the best is to poop by schedule. And most of the time it means either taking laxatives and knowing exactly when they will work. Usually it's like overnight you take them and in the morning you go. Many people swear by magnesium. It can be magnesium citrate. Also, magnesium malate is great for going. Some people, for them works better magnesium glycinate. You have to experiment which magnesium works best for you. These 3 forms are better. Malate is great also for musculoskeletal system. Glycinate is great for your nervous system. Citrate is good as well, good quality magnesium citrate. You need to see which one works best for you. And people say, like, I drink magnesium at night, I sleep well as well, it helps the sleep, and I go in the morning. And if this will help you to go, and you have kind of these things out of the way, so at least you don't have to stress at a certain amount of time, a day, hours, you know that your bowels is empty and you will not stress about losing the stool. Number 3, many people don't know about this, but there actually are so-called anal plugs. And I'm not talking right now about the sex toys, maybe in another video, but these are specific therapeutic anal plugs that are used for rectal incontinence. And they can look like a tampon, okay? You put it inside your anus and they kind of open up and they basically stop you from leaking. And the good thing is about them that past about 3-4 centimeters past rectum, you don't have pain receptors, so you will not feel any pain or discomfort. In the beginning you might feel a bit of pressure. It's worth trying. This might be not something for you, but I'm leaving here the link and also the picture to this product. Of course, this is not exclusive distributors. I'm just leaving you the link so you can have a look at the product and maybe you can find on other websites. So these are the specific anal plugs that you use in order to prevent yourself from leaking. There are also smaller type of plugs, maybe if you have air issues or maybe your leaks are really tiny and you can manage that. These kind of plugs, they're smaller, so they will not be able to withstand more pressure. But if it's like a smaller leak or air leak, they might also work great. I hope these tips, guys, help you, and I hope it will help to improve your quality of life. Definitely address this issue. If you have it with a healthcare professional, we're here to help you. We are here to help you to sort out the problem and give you better quality of life. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, if you found it useful, if you enjoyed it, don't forget to press like, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss anything pelvic health, and we will see you back very, very soon. Take care. Bye.